Hey there, kids. This is Pastor Nathaniel. I'm really missing seeing you around at the church and being able to talk with you and hear your ideas and your questions about God and sharing this children's sermon time during our church service. And I really look forward to when we can be together again. And I really hope that you're doing all right. I know this can be a hard time, not being able to see our friends and do the usual things that we like to do and being at home most of the time. I hope every day you're able to find something that really makes you happy and makes you know that you're loved and that God loves you. So let me share a story for you. This children's sermon. It's a story about some guy, and he was asleep one night, like we do at night, and he had a dream. And in this dream, he was in his front yard with a shovel, and he just was digging and digging and digging, and he digged this deep, deep hole. And he found a treasure chest at the bottom of that hole. And so in the morning when he woke up, he thought, could this dream be true? It felt so real. And so he got his shovel and went out to his front lawn, and he just started digging in the place where his dream had the treasure. And he dug, and that hole got deeper and deeper, and it got so deep it was up to his head, and he kept on digging. He dug and he dug and he dug, and sure enough, there was this treasure chest. And he opened it up, and it was full of these old golden coins. And he thought, wow, this is amazing. I am really blessed. God has blessed me. God must want me to be rich. And then he realized, how am I going to get this out of here? And he looked up, and he had dug himself into a very deep hole. And he tried to climb out. But he couldn't get a good hold on the dirt. The dirt was really loose, and the rocks kept falling off, and he couldn't climb out. And he tried, and he started to get kind of scared. How am I going to get out of this hole? And then he thought, well, God got me into this. God will get me out of this. And he prayed, and in that prayer, when he prayed, he really felt this sense from God, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. He wasn't scared anymore. God is going to help him. And so he sat there and he waited. And then his neighbor came by. He heard his neighbor saying, hey, hello, is someone down there? Yep, here I am. And his neighbor came over and looked down and said, whoa, you've dug yourself into quite some hole there. He said, yep, yes I have. Can you get yourself out? You need help? No. I prayed to God, and God said I'll get out of this just fine. God will get me out of this. I could get a rope, and I can pull you out. I've got a big, long measure of rope. No, don't worry. I prayed to God, and God told me it's going to be okay. Okay, suit yourself. So his neighbor left. And this guy just kept sitting in his hole, waiting for God to get him out of it. And he sat, and he started to get hungry, started to get thirsty, he started to get tired, started to get kind of worried again, and he prayed. And again, he felt this sense from God of, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, don't worry. Then he heard another voice. Hey, hello over there. Is everything okay? And somebody else came by, and it was somebody who was a worker who was and he said, "Hey, I've got a ladder. I'm working on the roof of one of your neighbors. I'll just go get my ladder and help you out of there." "Oh, no, don't worry. I prayed to God about it, and God said God will take care of me. God will get me out of this." "Really? Are you sure? I can just get my ladder and help you out." "Nope, don't worry. God's got it covered. Thanks. Goodbye." So that guy just kept sitting there in that hole. He got hungrier, and then night fell, and he fell asleep, and it was cold, and in the middle of the night he woke up, and he got really scared, and he thought, what am I going to do? And he prayed prayed to God. And in his prayer, he said, God, you said that you were going to get me out of this hole. And here I am. I'm stuck in here and it's nighttime and I'm hungry and I'm cold. And he heard this voice. He said, well, I sent your neighbor with a rope. And I sent this other guy with a ladder. What more do you want? So I share this story with you to remind us that God works through us in the ways that we help each other, in the ways that we help our neighbors. And sometimes the best thing for us to do is to say yes to the ways that our neighbors can help us. So thanks for listening to this story, and I look forward to seeing us all together again really soon, and I just pray that God blesses you and keeps you well and safe.